Good morning students, this is CPC lecture number 4. In this lecture we'll discuss two topics. The first of all, what is the difference between flowchart and algorithm, and the second topic which we will cover today is the program debugging, right? Now let's start with the first topic, right? This is difference between flowchart and algorithm. Now as we have already discussed, what is a flowchart? A flowchart is a pictorial representation of a problem solution, right? And algorithm kya hai? It is an instruction which is written step by step to solve any problem in a procedural way, right? Now in flowchart it is very easy to create as we are using some symbols for that, so it is very easy to create and understand. However, the algorithm is sometimes difficult to understand and difficult to create also, because it employs logic as well as some basic instructions also. And the other difference between flowchart and algorithm is that flowchart, it uses geometrical symbols and they are interlinked with the help of arrows which are called connectors, right, as we have discussed. And in algorithm we do not use any kind of geometrical symbols, right? So let's start with the next topic, that is program debugging. Now as we know that ਜਿਹੜੇ program ਆਪਾਂ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ, they are being made by the human beings, and these programs, they might have some errors. So these errors are also known as bugs, right? So the process, the method of detecting and correcting these errors is known as debugging, right? तो means errors ਨੂੰ detect करना और ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ correct करना, these two things, these process is known as debugging. And what is testing? Testing is the process of making sure that the program performs an intended task, and the debugging process is locating and eliminating the running errors in the program development. ठीक है? So there are various types of errors which can come in the program debugging, right? So debugging की है अपने errors ਨੂੰ सिर्फ ना तो सिर्फ locate करना means find करना, but also at the same time we need to remove the errors in the program. So the first type of error which you can come across, that is called the syntax error, right? Now syntax errors केड़े होंदे ने? These are the errors which result when some syntax and the rules of the programming language which you follow, they are not being according to that. For example, जब आप सीधे प्रोग्राम्स फॉलो कर रहे हैं, राइट, सीधे कुछ रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन आप कोडिंग सी विच कर रहे हैं, सो वी नीड टू कम्प्लीटली फॉलो दोज इंस्ट्रक्शंस. एंड समहाउ प्रोग्राम भी कोडिंग के दौरान इफ यू आर नॉट यूजिंग दोज एरर्स, यू आर misimpreting some things, then in that case syntax error will be generated. For example, you are not using the correct syntax, you are not using the correct rules of that, right? So कोई punctuation mark missing है, semicolon is missing, or comma is missing, or any parenthesis is missing from the code. In that case syntax errors will be generated. Now the second type of errors which will be produced, they are known as logical errors. Logical errors ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, they are actually done during the planning of the program's logic. For example, when you are writing the instructions during the algorithm or flowchart event, the logic is incorrect. That means the output will not be generated as required. That means there is a faulty logic. For instance, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ program ਬਣਾਇਆ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ number ਨੂੰ 0 ਦੇ ਨਾਲ divide ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, or you're trying to calculate the square root of a negative number, which is actually not possible according to the logic. So such programs ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਉਹ logical errors ਕਹੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਔਰ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ programs ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ, the program will crash and it will not run definitely, right? Now the last kind of errors which can be produced, they are called runtime errors. That means compile time पे compiler कोई error generate नहीं करेगा, और अच्छी तरह compile हो जाएंगे, but they may not run properly. Such programs may produce wrong results due to the wrong logic, or they may even terminate due to errors such as stack overflow. So this was a lecture about the flowchart and algorithm differences जो कि अपन details कर चुके हैं, and the programming debugging की होंदी है, the types of bugs means types of errors केड़े होंदे ने. ਇਹਦੇ related notes ਸਾਨੂੰ WhatsApp group 'ਚ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਣਗੇ. Take care. Thank you.